Music therapy works on three elements: melody, rhythm, and tone. The vibrations and everything made out of these three, it affects your brain in such a way that only positive vibrations are being created. The kids with autism and other issues, the sound they capture is way too deeper than any of us. The sound which reflects on their brain is very different. The moment they hear anything, they start reacting. If I play a song for you, not that immediately you will start react, but they'll start at least, or even tapping or doing whatever they can do, they'll react immediately.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the India Autism Center podcast. This is your go to space about inclusive innovations, scientific insights, as well as powerful stories. I'm your host, Siddhie, and I'm so happy to have you here today because today we will be talking to someone who has turned her lifelong passion into a Guinness World Record and also has spent all of her creative time in turning music into an AI powered tool that could potentially change lives. So we have with us today Siddhi Kapshikar. Siddhi is a multi-talented musician, a music therapist, founder of YU, a unique AI-driven platform designed to support neurodivergent individuals through music. We'll talk more on that. And from performing on global stages to innovating in the world of neurodivergence, Siddhi is creating harmony where it is needed most. I'm so grateful to have Siddhi here. Siddhi, thank you so much for being on this podcast with us. I'm so happy that this WhatsApp chat became a plan. So, yeah.
Definitely. Thank you, Sakhi, for having me here.
Yes. So, Siddhi, we'll get right into it. You were introduced to music at a very young age. How did that connection turn into a passion, turn into building a record? Please tell me more.
Okay, so my first ever musical performance, live performance, was when I was two in 2004. And my mom recently told me about this as well. My mom is into folk music of Maharashtra. She has been into povadas and eventually in dramas, theatre. We call is that natak and stuff. So she was into natak and anchoring and everything. So that's where I was introduced to the art form and stuff. But I started my formal training when I was in year 5. In grade 5, I started learning Hindustani classical vocals and eventually cleared my exams for Akhil Bharatiya Gandharva Mahavidyalay. And I didn't learn harmonium anywhere. I just picked it up. I just had a harmonium lying in my house and just wondered, like, what can it do? Started playing it, started the same things what I used to sing. I started playing on that. Then eventually I did my undergrad in VRT Vishwakarma University back in Pune. 2020 2020, like COVID hit, then I was at home all the time. So that's where I invested like 5-6 hours of practicing every single day with harmonium, keyboard, and my digital instrument called GeoShred as well. So 4, 5, 6 of practice every day made me some confident about the music or the Indian music. Then 2022, I graduated and I moved to London for my master's in audio production just to learn a few techniques and gadgets and the technology evolving in music, world music. Got to work in world-class musical studios and got my Guinness World Record in which I played 75 plus ragas as this is India's 75th Republic year.
Oh, wow.
As a tribute, I played 75 plus ragas, 100 plus songs, and covering over 25 plus genres. As there was a rule that you can't improvise. So, improvisation is the main section of Indian classical music, and you are not allowed to improvise.
What?
And not the
So everything was pre-planned.
pre-planned as in there was just set of ragas which I had in my mind that I'm gonna play this, but I didn't have the notes in front of me. लाइक सा है रे है उसके बाद सा रे गा मा पा ऐसा है जो भी है दैट वाज नॉट द थिंग like it was just like I'll play Yaman, Desh, Bhimpalas and all the ragas, just the list of ragas. Then while you were playing the song, again the repetition is not allowed. So if you are taking in Lag Ja Gale, this keeps on repeating, right? So it was allowed only once. So for all the songs, it was the same. So that's where I ended up playing more than 100 plus songs.
Wow. So I want to ask you, this might be a stupid question, but I'm going to ask you, how many ragas exist in music?
Probably thousands or millions,
Really?
because just one note is different and the new raga is created.
But like, so when as a musician, how many ragas are taught to you guys?
If you're learning with examination or gradation pattern, there are 8 ragas for first exam, then again 8 for second. So if you have the set of 8s, that lasts till like third exam, and then you have got some 10 ragas, 10, 10, 10. So approximately you can learn around 60ish by grade 7. But after that, it for the 8th exam, it becomes 24.
Wow.
So 60 plus 24 plus again whatever.
So they're like, I didn't know this. I didn't know that there were so many ragas.
There are many, many, many ragas. Just one note is different and new raga is formed.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you're enjoying this conversation, and do subscribe to our channel. It'll really help us to stay connected. You know, at India Autism Center, we're building this unique ecosystem. Our residential program, Samavesh, provides lifelong care to individuals with autism and other related conditions. Our training academy, Manan, is set out to create jobs for those interested in caregiving. And our research department, Khoj, is set out as well to collaborate with professionals and like minded organizations to really revolutionize autism research. If you're interested to be a part of this resolute community, please do reach out to us because we are interested to get in touch with you. So feel free to drop in a note either on the comments or reach out to us on info@indiaautismcenter.org or check us out at our website, which is indiaautismcenter.org. See you. Wow. Okay. So raga is the conversation that we were having, Siddhi, that is essentially therapeutic. How is how do you think, we'll have a lot of families that will probably be listening to this. The term music therapy is still new.
Yes.
And it's also very loosely, thrown around music therapy, music therapy. Sometimes it's just listening to music that is therapeutic, but that is not equal to music therapy. So, how do you think, what is music therapy for you? And how do you think it will support individuals, not just neurotypical individuals, but also people with maybe autism and other disabilities?
So music therapy works on 3 elements.
Okay.
That is melody, rhythm, and tone. The 3 basic elements of music. So the vibrations and everything made out of these 3, the combinations of these 3, just reflect your brain, or the way we say cognitive and all the heavy terms which we generally use. But in short, it affects your brain in such a way that only positive vibrations are being created.
Okay.
And for the kids with autism and other issues, we must say that the sound they capture is way too deeper than any of us. So the sound which reflects on their brain is very different. The moment they hear anything, they start reacting. If I play a song for you, not that immediately you will start react, but they'll start at least, or even tapping, or doing whatever they can do. They'll react immediately.
Yeah.
And the thing is, music therapy is new, and any sound produced is a sound right now. But my main focus is only on Indian classical ragas and stuff, because like the plant is there, if the wind is coming, it will just make a sound out of it. But that's not the sound. And you might listen to music, I might listen to music, but whether that music is correct for you, we'll have a proper study of everything, and then what music is suitable for you, what all symptoms you have. Depending on those factors, we'll have a proper design for you.
So tell me a little bit about why you, because what you're explaining is a tool that you're creating. So tell
Yes.
me about, tell us all about what why you can potentially do.
Vayu is basically, you break that term, why you? So why only you have to undergo certain things? Why can't we cure you? So that's the concept, why you? And in that, we just asked like basic symptoms and what all things you like, what type of songs you like, Not that you only like Indian classical or you like Bollywood, but you can have the combined of those two, or even Bengali songs or any of the songs, any regional songs, Marathi songs or Gujarati
So that's
songs.
what even Spotify does for me, right?
Yes.
Like I have a pattern of listening, and then they say, because you have listened to this, you will like this, and this is a playlist for you. So what is it that Vayu is doing differently here?
It just suggests you, right?
Okay.
But Vayu will have a follow up of everything. That's what the AI does these days. It
Okay.
just asks you for the information, you just give it to them. If imagine you're waking up in the morning and you are anxious.
Mm-hmm.
So that time, if you open Vayu and just choose like I'm anxious, what should I listen? And it comes up with Rag Yaman. And suddenly, not 1 hour of listening in the morning, but just like 5 minutes, and your anxiety is gone. So you can just say like, oh, it worked. After 2 3 hours, during like 10 or 11, the Vayu will ask you that, do you feel better now, or do you want to listen something else? So that time you can either choose like, do you want to listen or no, or just pass. And all these things are based on Rag Samay Chakra, which is a very detailed concept of Indian classical music. And it actually works on in India, like in music, we have got different prahars.
Okay.
So there are certain ragas which are meant to be played only in that time because they create that type of vibration. So that works for every single person. Any autistic kid might really help with this because the way they understand sound is much deeper.
So Vayu, I can't wait for it to be up because I think it's extremely interesting, and to see it coming out. I don't, like you mentioned, it will help everyone just
Yes.
in general. Um, what sparked your interest, Siddhi, in helping slash teaching children and adults with autism? Like, where did that start?
Okay, one thing I'll say here is like Vayu is like a multivitamin tablet.
Okay.
Like you have it every day. It's not like you start taking multivitamin tablets when a major disease is diagnosed. It's just like every dose a single day, it
And
just helps you.
yeah.
So, in the same way, Vayu will help you. But coming back to your question, is like music should be more than just performing. So, it could be teaching, it could be as a therapy, and could be just listening as well. So, I had three students, three parents coming home and saying like, my kid is a bit autistic and we think like he is musical. Do you want to test it? So he just came home and he just wandered over my house and he started clapping. So his mom said that he liked this place. So that's why he's clapping. I was like, okay. And I had a keyboard in front of me. So he was just looking at the keyboard. One keyboard was in front of him, one was in front of me. So he just started doing like this. He wasn't pressing the key or something, just started doing like this, which means he was into getting into something, like he can press it and the sound will be produced. Then we started off with ta ra 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 ta ta, like Mary had a little lamb. I played it 3 4 times. Then it striked him like, oh, it's getting there. I played the song on my iPad 3 4 times, and again when I played, he started playing that. So he was musical, that's for sure. But they can pick up easily. The only thing is like their ears and their eyes are very, very, very sharp. They can just watch once and they can play. And then 10 minutes of raga listening we do. And that has been a massive helpful for his focus building and calming him down as well. So that's where it started, everything started, and why not to create something. And then I studied raga, each raga, how it helped everyone, including my office colleagues as well, because where corporate comes, stress comes. So I tested a bit on them as well, what raga is working in which way. Then especially what note, as in what phrase made you think like that. So in Yaman we can say ni re ga ma ga. That ma is tivra ma, and that helps.
Understood. So, a lot of people who possibly be listening They'll want to know, like you said, you had a student who came in and him just exploring made you understand that he might have a musical bent of mind. Maybe there are parents who are listening in, or maybe there are folks who are listening in who don't really know if they have that musical bent of mind. So, what are some maybe characteristics, so to speak, that if your child or your sibling or someone has a musical bent of mind, then they can explore music in a better way? So, what are the giveaways for that?
If the child is tapping, clapping, that means he is enjoying. Everyone loves music, but not everyone will react to it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just keep on listening. But if you or if the kid is really interested, he'll do something, he'll indicate you.
Mm-hmm.
And that indication is enough to understand like if the child is interested or not.
And what are some beginner friendly music activities that you think someone can try at home?
Try at home. You can hum together like before sleeping or something. Just for example, you can start off with Om just 3 times before you sleep. It's a simple music therapy. Or even when there is a baby at home,
Mm-hmm.
generally people talk to him in a musical tone. Hello, how are you? Are you good? Or something like that. There is some melodious. The way I'm talking to you right now, it's not the same way they are talking to the babies.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is kind of like humming sound, and they can just practice at home. Everyone sat together, just like clapping. One very good example, um, we have in Maharashtra, we have Ganpati Fest. And we have the Aarti thing, like Sukha Karta, Dukha Harta, Varta, Vignachi. Here, both like melody and claps go hand in hand. And the claps are different, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a very rhythmic pattern.
Yeah.
Whereas the sound is also rhythmic. So that's none other than music therapy, right? Entire family comes in, they all sing together.
Got it. So, Siddhi, you're at the intersection of art, science, technology, and something that we don't see every day, And in your view, how can we better advocate for music therapy in mainstream mental health and special education? And what do you think is the current barriers that are holding it back? So, I personally think so, and I'll give you my honest opinion. I stuff like all like art therapy, music therapy. I'm really fond of it, but I keep thinking, but these are not they're not scientific backed, or this is sometimes I think this is just time pass. Yeah, इससे क्या ही होगा. I like it. I like the conversations around it, but these are my personal biases that I feel like say, pata nahi, we're just doing some sort of time pass. But what do you think? And talking to you and listening to you, even you humming some sounds to me, I'm feeling a lot better. I wasn't feeling very well. I'm already feeling better.
So it works.
Yeah, so it works. But what do you think are the current barriers that are holding it back?
Barriers as in not that everything will work. So if you are trying it out on like 50 people, not that all 50 will work, just like 20 will work, or 30 or 40, or even 2 might work. So it's just like still we are trying it out. It's not scientifically proven or anything, but the things proven scientifically are the notes.
Yeah.
And those are like 1,000 years old tradition, and which we can't change at all. But each note has got a significance, and we just have to bring it together and then distinguish, just distribute what raga is impacting in what way. So still we are going through the process, and within 3 months we'll be happy to serve everyone with Vayu. And that's the main thing. The restriction, which we can say, is like not everyone is supportive, not everyone likes Indian classical music. Generally, people like Bollywood songs.
Yeah.
So that's where we come up with a section called raga-based Bollywood songs. So we have got Rag Yaman, and most of the Bollywood songs are based on Rag Yaman, like from Abhi Na Jao Chhodkar, Jab Deep Jale Aana, all these songs, even including Lal Ishq, the recent one, all these are based on Rag Yaman, and we'll have those under the category of raga-based songs.
Wow. Well, I'm very excited to see why you come together. And to all the viewers that are watching, if this resonates with you, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us go a long way to bring these conversations forward to you. So before we wrap up, Siddhi, I'm going to do a quick rapid fire. Okay, so you're going to have to say truth or tune out. So you can
Okay.
tell us basically true or false, and maybe even give us a short explanation.
Yeah.
Is listening to classical music alone only considered music therapy?
False. It can be done massive, like in a group session and an individual thing.
But do you think it's only Indian classical music that is music therapy?
No.
Or
We can even listen to Western classical pieces.
okay,
So Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, and all those legendary artists as well, they also have the tradition of 506 years old compositions.
right. But it's only classical music really that brings therapy.
Not really. That's what I'm saying. Like Bollywood songs as well.
Yeah, but they're all based on classical notes.
No.
Okay, no. Fine, we'll move on to the next one. Music therapy requires the client to have musical ability or training.
No. Anyone can listen.
And anyone can be trained also, or
Yes. If you keep on listening, you will definitely get trained by yourself.
understood. AI platforms can personalize music therapy based on real-time emotional feedback.
Yes.
Music therapy has been scientifically proven to reduce repetitive behaviors in autistic children.
False. It's not, but it helps.
Okay. Western music is more effective in therapy than Indian classic
False.
music. Great. Siddhi, thank you so much for such a soulful and enlightening conversation. I am very intrigued by the work that you're doing, and I really hope that it picks up, and I really hope that and trust me, I'm going to be the first ones to download by you to test it out and see how it works on me. Music plays a huge role in everyone's lives. Whether we choose to like it or not, music can definitely amp up the spirits in the room or lull you to bed. It's definitely a tool. Is it scientific or not? We don't know. Does it have to be? Again,
We don't know.
we don't know. As
But it
long as
feels good.
exactly, as long as
That's
it
fine.
helps you, it helps the people around you, I think we have the ball rolling. So to everyone that has tuned in, if this episode has left you with questions, left you with thoughts, and also given you some answers, please think of liking, sharing, and subscribing. I know I say this a lot, but it really, really, really helps us to bring people like Siddhi right across the table for us to have these insightful conversations. So if you have a question, please drop it in the comments and we will reply to it. Until next time, but if you're looking for more videos to watch, please consider watching any of the videos that are popping up in your screen. Thank you so much all for tuning in. Bye bye.